Summer on film just hits different, especially summer abroad. That's right, today we're diving into my recent trip to Greece and how I shot the whole trip on film. Well, except for the parts I didn't. If you're new here, which you most likely are, my name is Sean Jorgensen and I like rambling to the camera about my interests and my job as a freelance photographer. I believe we were gone for about 12 days in total. I brought my talented and sexy Contax T2 with me to Greece this summer, and a lot of Portra 400. My wife is an elementary school librarian, so she has summers off. So since she has summers off, that's when we take our big international trip. This year we chose Santorini and Milos, Greece. In Santorini, we stayed in a boutique hotel that had about 10 rooms and was a literal cave. Each suite comes with a private jacuzzi that overlooks this cliff into the sea. So of course we had to have breakfast out there at least one of the days. We spent most of our time there around the hotel, which how can you not? We laid around by the pool, ate some deliciously fresh food, and just enjoyed ourselves and relaxed. Cave is called Divine Experience. And when I tell you it's a 10 out of 10, it's like out of this world of like, you're literally staying in a cave. Like the hallway is a cave. Your room is an actual cave. Like it's just the craziest experience that I've ever stayed in. Of course, we couldn't go to Santorini and not check out the infamous blue rooftops. We booked an Airbnb experience where we cooked with a local grandmother. Experience on Airbnb is literally cook authentic Greek food with a local yaya. Like, what? So we did that literally in this like lady's kitchen, so you know, there's not going to be too many of us, but yeah, there was 5 of us in this group, and this lady showed us and taught us authentic Greek recipes in which we got to cook and eat, of course. After that, we walked around the town of Oya, which is where the infamous blue rooftops are, which it's funny because there is literally only about 3 rooftops that are actually blue. And I feel like looking from the photos, like it looked like they were all blue rooftops, but no, there's literally 3. Everything is like really narrow down there in these walkways, like going through these shops and like these like little liquor stores and whatnot. So it's super congested. And of course, it's also a tourist trap, you know, because everyone's there to see blue rooftops. So we didn't spend too much time down there. We took a couple photos and then we headed back to Santorini. The second part of our trip in Greece consisted of us taking a ferry from Santorini over to Milos, where we stayed in this tiny little boathouse. It's right on the water in this village called Klima, and it's known for its very colorful painted doors. We rented an ATV to get around the island because there's a lot of very narrow, windy roads. While staying in Milos, of course, we had to check out Sarakeniko Beach, aka Moon Beach. It was absolutely stunning to see, but it's definitely an Instagram versus reality moment in that everyone's photos look like it's completely empty and peaceful, but in reality, there are a ton of people, and you know, everyone has their stuff spread about, like beach towel, bag, or flip-flops, so it's like, it's actually chaos and not as serene and empty as everyone's video or photos make it seem. I think we were there early enough in the day to where it wasn't a complete zoo. There was definitely people there, but it wasn't like a clusterfuck. And then we made our way to this area where it seemed like a small group of people would be like cliff jumping. So that was cool to check out and see even down little kids jumping off this cliff into the water. We spent most of our time in Klima, outside of our front porch on the docks in the water, just soaking it in because our front porch was this little beach. So that's literally all we were there to do, was to soak in the sun, relax, enjoy ourselves, not have a care in the world. The food and weather overall in Greece were beyond amazing. Everything we ate tasted so fresh and so light. I took quite a bit of photos on this trip, but it was still nice to be able to live in the moment and enjoy my time with my wife. After Greece, we spent a few days in London before heading back home. I found a film lab there called Analog Films that did same day developing. So I dropped off my 6 rolls of Portra 400, grabbed some food while I waited, and boom, we transfer link in the email. Let's go, baby. It was exciting to get film back from the trip you're still on currently, as the photos are still fresh in your memory. I even have photos from London that I took, and then 2 hours later, I had them developed. So yeah, I think it's about time for me to get out of here. As always, thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, and let's see where these photo adventures take us next. See ya.